and we're here at Normandy and Hollywood Boulevard, right where Thai Town and Little Armenia meet. So anyway, Katya, take it away.
Thank you, Scott. So today I would like to talk about bus drivers, bus operators, and about their enormous patience. Sometimes I'm so amazed at how they manage to deal with all of us passengers. This one time, I was on a bus in Little Armenia when this lady runs towards the driver from the back of the bus, holding a big sandwich in her hand. And she says, "Driver, do something, do something. This is so disgusting. This man in the back of the bus, he just took his socks off and he is wrapping and unwrapping his feet. That's disgusting. I need to finish my lunch before I get to work." The driver goes, "Excuse me, don't you know you can't even eat on the bus? You're totally breaking the rules. I can fine you, you'll have to pay money." She goes, "No, driver, I really need to eat. First of all, I'm late for work. Second of all, I'm pregnant. So if I pass out, you'll be in so much trouble. Do something with this man, he's disgusting." The driver doesn't know what to do. He said, "Okay, lady, sit down, finish your sandwich." Then he walks towards the back, looks at the guy who is unwrapping his feet. He's terrified, the smell is awful, and he goes, Sir, this is terrible, terrible manners. You can't do this on the bus. Why are you doing this on the bus?" And the guy goes, "Oh, I'm actually going to emergency room. My food doesn't look good and doesn't feel good. I don't know what to do." So the driver walks back to his seat and goes, "Oh my goodness, I just want to go home and I just want to rest and relax. I don't know, is it a bus or is it an emergency room here?" So this poor guy, talking about eating on the bus. This one time, on a Sunday, a family of 4 gets on the bus. It's a father with 3 small children, and all of them are eating ice cream. I think normally bus operators, they really don't like it when you eat on the bus, especially ice cream, because it's a risk. But it was a Sunday, and children were smiling and happy, so he probably didn't want to ruin their mood. So he let them all in, and then we started driving, and then suddenly somebody crossed the street, so the bus stopped. When the bus stopped, some of this ice cream flew on this lady's lap. She wasn't happy. She started screaming at the father of the kids. Her husband started defending her too, so he screamed at the kids. Kids started crying. The father didn't know what to do, so it was super noisy. One of the passengers couldn't deal with it anymore, so he jumped up, started walking, slipped on the ice cream, bumped his knee. So that was a disaster on earth. So the bus suddenly stopped, and the driver said, "Unless everybody shuts up, we are not going any further." He didn't scream, he didn't insult anyone, but the way he said it, the whole bus shut up immediately. And then he probably counted to 3 and kept driving. At the next stop, a bunch of people came in, and they all made an observation. "It's so quiet on this bus. We wonder what happened." So the enormous patience of the poor drivers. And sometimes it's actually different kind of patience when they have to listen to this enormous amount of personal stories, give some kind of advice, give some kind of consolation. Sometimes they even serve as dating instructors, or should we call them dating counselors. This one time, this one guy was sitting right behind the driver, and he says, "Lady driver, by any chance, do you do internet dating?" She looks at him like, "No, I've been married for 15 years. What kind of question is this? Why are you wondering?" He's like, "I'm on my way on my first coffee date with this woman, so I was just wondering, do you think it's okay to take her to coffee for the first date and not just take her to drinks? I don't want her to think that I want to get her drunk and use her for something." So the driver thinks about it a second, and then she goes, "You know what? It really depends on the woman. But for example, my future husband, he took me to a very expensive restaurant for a first date because he wanted to impress me. So maybe, you don't want her to think that you're cheap." And man thinks about it. And then he says, "You know what, bus driver? You make a lot of sense. That's how we'll do it. I think I'll take her to coffee first, and if it goes real well, then I'll take her to dinner and drinks as well. I don't want her to think I'm cheap. Thank you, bus driver. I'll let you know next time how it went. If it went well, maybe I'll take her to drinks as well." So at least drivers, get some kind of thank you for their work. So the bottom line, let's be nice to our drivers. They have to go through so much every single day. So it's really surprising that they have all this patience. Thank you.